Welcome to 5 Minutes in Coffee. Before we begin, check out Talitha Coffee. Brewing more than just coffee, they're brewing transformation and hope for survivors of trafficking. You can support their mission and this podcast by purchasing through the link in the description. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes in Coffee. My name is Jerry, and I'm glad to be sharing God's Word with you. Today, I want to talk to you about the valley. The place that we don't look forward to being. Generally, we want to be on top of the mountain. There we are on top. People can look up to us. We have something that has happened that is worth lifting us up. So what about in the valley? Where is God during this time? And why is it so uncomfortable? When I'm thinking about the valley, I am thinking about Psalms chapter 23, verse 4. Even if I walk through a very dark valley, I will not be afraid because you are with me. Your rod and your shepherd's staff comforts me. So how does David say, even in a dark valley, I will not be afraid, when being in the valley, rough marriages, rough relationships, rough time at your job, rough health, rough whatever you want to call it, and David says, I will not be afraid. And I want us to recognize that being in the valley is not being absent from God. My encouragement to you is recognizing that God is very much there in the valley. The valley is not God's absence. It's generally where God works on us. When we are low and we are humble, God is able to operate on us and show us things that becomes more difficult, especially if our pride is too high when we're on that mountain. It's amazing how when things aren't going your way, your heart is open to correction. Your heart is open to new ideas, and your heart is open to God. Because generally, when you're in that valley, you're also on your knees in prayer. One of the more comforting things about the valley in my experience is each time I've been there, it has been God who has revealed himself to me in the valley. Generally, we like to think God is with us when we're on the mountain, and he very much is. But when things are not going your way and you feel hopeless, that's when you see the Lord for all of his love and his blessings and how he lifts us out of the valley. And one of the more important things is not only does the valley reveal to us where God is, it also reveals to us where our hearts are. Because if we do not trust him, we will not follow him. We will lean on our own understanding, and we will do what it takes to get out of that valley, even if it goes against our morals. So if you are in the valley, what have you learned about your relationship and trust in God? When we are day to day facing those things that are very much harmful and hurtful to us, that's when we are growing. When people aren't seeing us at our best and we are trying to figure out life, that's typically when we are growing. And that's because we can see God, we can hear God, and we can follow God if we trust God. Another thing to consider is between two mountains, there's a valley. And it could just be that the mountain you were on wasn't high enough and the Lord wants to elevate you. But to get to the next mountain, you have to descend that mountain, traverse through that valley, and climb the next one. But the Lord is so good that he will bring you down there, give you all the tools you need so that on that mountain you may glorify him and that you will see how the Lord has worked on you and brought you to become a better version of yourself. If you have found this episode encouraging, I ask that you share it with just one person. This is Jerry with 5 Minutes in Coffee.